Hey, thanks for stopping by my neck of the woods. I'm the gig geezer in Wood Lane, and when I'm out there driving, I'm out there to make some money. I want to help you maximize your gig hustle.
It is Thursday, January 6, 2022. I am in the midst of a hustle, but I happened to receive a TikTok from my daughter, and it kind of spawned this particular segment of the Gig Geezer. And if you like the content that I have provided in this segment of the Gig Geezer or in other segments of the Gig Geezer, hey, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up. I always welcome your comments. And if you would not mind, share my content with others. Getting into it. January 27 is the start of the tax season, in which that is the first day you can file your taxes for the 2021 calendar year. The reason for this segment of the Gig Geezer is to give you kind of a primer as far as the forms that you need to have, at least for starters. Although I will concede that I am not a tax professional, I'm not a certified public accountant, but I have filed my own taxes since 2000, at least since the year 2001, and I've been a 1099 pretty much since that time as well. So I've got over 2 decades. I've also survived a tax audit about 16 years ago, in which they slapped my wrist for double dipping with mileage and claiming vehicle expense, which you cannot do. It's either mileage or vehicle expense, like gas, maintenance, and things like that. So here we go. Tax forms that you need to have, or at least if you're going to file your own taxes, if you don't pay someone to take care of that headache for you. Number one, your 1040 form. Your main 1040 form. That is the form in which you're going to attach all your 1099s and or W-2s if you happen to have a W-2 job as well. The next thing you're going to need to have is a Schedule C form. That is specifically for a self-employed person or a business person. That is your profit and loss statement. And so you claim a lot of things on that, your business expenses. You put down, you detail the income versus the expenses, and that determines your profit and loss. And that ultimately is going to say whether you have tax. That's one of the things that's going to lead to saying if you have taxable income or not have taxable income. The next thing is your Schedule SE. That is your self-employment tax form. If your self-employed income, after you go through all the numbers, come out to $400 or more, you'll be subject to a self-employment tax. Last year, my self-employment tax was somewhere around $1,100, but I did not have to pay any federal taxes. It was just self-employment tax. If you are adroit, that's your $5 word for today. If you are skillful at doing taxes, and of course, if you do them correctly and legally, you should be in a position where you pay little or no federal tax, but you may be subject to a self-employment tax. Now, another form that you may need, depending on whether you're able to claim the use of your home, is a tax form 8829, and that's where you're able to claim a certain portion of your home, like if you have a home office, and you're able to claim that the percentage of space and certain things that like lights and so forth, or improvements that you made to create that home office. You're able to put that on that tax form and use and report that. Now, the Gig Geezer, I did that for a number of years, but since I also am a licensed insurance agent, I have my own agency, and I must keep a brick and mortar address, I just claim my rent, my lease, for my tax purposes. So that's why, if you may recall from past segments of Gig Geezer, I say that I have a lot of legitimate expenses. That's one of them. Okay, now a couple other forms that you may want to keep in mind for this coming tax year. I'm aware of now a 6421. That is a form that's going to be sent out by the federal government about the stimulus money that we received during 2021. It's really to match up, or give you something to match up for that, and then be able to claim that tax credit. Consult your tax professional on that, or check out the IRS website as far as additional information on that, and that's irs.gov, irs.gov. The other is 6419. That is your child tax credit form, and that's for those of you who receive or claim child tax credits. You're in a position where you claim child tax credit. Now, the most important thing as a 1099 self-employed person is the 1099 forms. Now, I am active on a number of apps, and I'm going to kind of run down the list. If your earnings are $601 or more throughout from 2021, you will receive a 1099 form from most of your app companies. DoorDash will send you one, GrubHub will send you one, either by mail or by email. BiteSquad will send you one, although BiteSquad sends you actually a month-end statement. You may be able to use that to provide proof of your income, provide that proof of income stream. Instacart will send you a 1099. Now, when it comes to Uber and Lyft, traditionally what Uber and Lyft does, if you earned $20,000 or more, then you will get a 1099K form, and that's kind of the official 1099 form that they will send. Otherwise, they will send you a tax statement listing the money that you earn on the app, and then the actual certain applicable expenses that are considered as expenses, like if you're doing Uber, certain municipal fees, and if you do your if you cash out on a regular basis, all those 50-cent charges, that's claimed as a taxable expense. That's claimed as a legitimate expense. And by the way, on other apps like DoorDash, the $1.99 when you cash out, that is something that you can claim. If it's BiteSquad, if it's immediate cash out, $2.99, all those $2.99s, or if it's the same day, $1.99, all those count as taxable items. Now, again, I am not a tax professional. I am not a certified public accountant or tax accountant. This is just information that I'm trying to share to get you primed for the upcoming tax season. Let's see, anything else? Again, when you do, if you do your own taxes, remember, mileage is a 1099's best friend. But that said, you must have some way of providing documentation of the mileage. Now, I keep a detailed a running mileage count, but I have like annual inspection forms that I have filled out for the vehicles that I've used over the years with Uber and Lyft. The documentation of your annual inspection forms for Uber and Lyft can be used as a way of validating your mileage, because what the IRS would do if you're in an audit situation is compare odometer readings. That's what they're going to want. If you happen to get regular oil changes in which you pay somebody to do it, they usually log down your odometer reading on your receipts. And so if you keep a consistent record of those throughout the year, that is one way of proving your mileage as well. So again, this is just primer information. It's just information only, not tax advice. Hopefully this will help you out. And that's all I have for this segment of the Gig Geezer. I'm Inwood Lane. And as always, may your hustle continue.
Thank you for checking out this segment of the Gig Geezer. If you like the content that's been provided, hey, hit that subscribe button and also give it a thumbs up. And if you have any questions or useful information that you'd like to pass on to the Gig Geezer, I can be reached at giggeezer3.5 at gmail.com.